Hey guys, this is the Fight Nerd here at New York Comic Con. Look who I ran into, Dan Punkass Caldwell from the TapouT crew. Dan, how are you today?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Not too bad. Now, what are you doing at Comic Con today? This is kind of far from your home turf, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, you know, we have offices based in New York now, so and I have a place out here, so I'm out here a lot. And I didn't even know Comic Con was out here this weekend, but I always go to San Diego Comic Con. And so when I heard it was out here, I called some people, and you know, the people that run the UFC expo also run this expo. So made some calls and got myself over here.
Very nice. Now, have you actually had a chance to walk around the entire floor yet?
No, I actually just got here. We had some meetings this morning, and I'm just you know, salivating.
It's absolute nerddom here. It's an understatement. But have you had a chance to check out any of the video games yet, or are you planning to check out any of the video games here today?
Yeah, I'll check them out. I'm more of a comic book geek fan, and actually toy geek. You know, I have a pretty extensive collection that most people would probably be blown away by. It was just an obsession I had like 20 years ago. I actually used to own a comic book store, and it kind of just went from there. Now it's nutty. Now everything I see, I don't have no place to store it anymore. I'm gonna have to get a big place to put all the stuff. I have like you know, everything from like the 10-foot Hulk. I don't know if you've ever seen that in our offices, but you know, to Silver Surfer, Spider-Man. You know, these life-size things, and a lot of toys going back to the early 60s or even before, still in their packages. You know, all these superheroes, Batman of you know, Captain Action, and all the Mego collections and all that stuff.
What would you say is the crown jewel in your collection of toys?
Wow, there's so many, man. I mean, more it's like complete sets, like just having every 1970s Mego ever made, you know, of all the superheroes. They were big into, you know, they made all the superheroes, and they made a lot of other stuff too, but you know, their Mego superheroes were pretty big. You know, that was kind of my era when I was growing up, and I had all those things, and you know, those things that are close to your heart. From, you remember, you know, they were like $2, you know, and it was the one toy that felt real when you were little and you wanted something to carry around. You know, it was one of the things you know, mom or dad could actually buy and, you know, shoo you off, and you go have fun for, you know, 10 hours. Now you can't. Now you need video games and big expensive televisions, and you know, we didn't have money, so we didn't have all that stuff. It's
good to know that you're a toy nut, because you actually have now your own action figure, yeah, courtesy of Jack Specific. So how cool is that to actually see your face on a plastic toy like that?
Yeah, you know, it kind of brings it all around circle. You know, all those things that you set some goals for yourself going out, and that's one of the things I never really thought of. But you know, having that interest in action figures, and then having your own action figure is pretty fucking cool.
Now I see you got a lot of tattoos. Everybody knows you're a tattoo guy. Do you have any tattoos of comic characters on you?
I don't, you know.
What's wrong with you, Dan? You gotta.
I have skulls. That's about as close as I get. You know, it's like I don't know. You know,
we can say it's a Red Skull, I guess, but I don't know if you want to have a Nazi on your arm.
Yeah, no, none of that. But lots of skulls.
Now, let's make a few. Let's talk some MMA while we're here too. Coming up, they just announced recently UFC 140. John Jones, Lyoto, Machida. Any predictions for that fight?
Well, I have a bet going with Scrape. We have a $100 bet on, I bet on John Jones, so we'll see. Yeah, I just can't, man, I see everybody having a big problem with John Jones right now. And he's young, he's hungry, he's got the belt, and I think he likes what it brings, and he just bought himself a new Bentley, and I don't see him, he needs to make that payment, so I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon.
Do you have any thoughts on Kenny Florian? Since, you know, we've seen now Kenny last weekend at UFC event losing to Jose Aldo in a title match, yet to win a title. What do you think is next for his career at this phase?
You know, we had some talk. Actually, I was talking about it with Mike Straka on the way over here in Scrape, and Mike, you know, we were kind of throwing around, you think he'll retire, and I'm like, man, how he can't retire? I mean, this is a guy, you know, so he had a couple bad fights when he goes up against the best of the best, you know. That doesn't mean people don't want to see him fight. And I think Kenny's a really exciting fighter, you know, in his past matches, and he just needs to fight the right people, and you know, Aldo's another one of his kryptonites, and he just needs to find somebody who, you know, I mean, maybe he has to wait that out. I don't think he's going to drop down to 135. I don't see that happening. So, but I think actually, me personally, I think the 155 division looks a little more inviting again. I think he should go back up to 155 and try his hand there. I think some of those guys there would match up better with his style. So, but you know, again, you know, Frankie Edgar's that guy's a monster. So, you know, again, that could be, you know, a hard fight for him. But I figured Gray, I love Gray to watch him fight when he's fighting guys that push him, and I think that would probably have been a better fight for Kenny to fight somebody like that. But you know, I still want to see Kenny fight. I hope he doesn't go anywhere.
Absolutely. Last question here. Every comic book nerd that comes to Comic-Con always has a list of what they're looking for. What's on your list today?
You know, I really don't have a list. I like to say I do, but I like to get inspired by walking through and just seeing something I've never seen before. And you know, and of course I love to see these guys that are out here signing. I'm a memorabilia nerd as much as anybody else, and I love to see these guys out here signing. You know, last time I was the guy that you played Batman in the 60s, Adam West, you know. I got some cool stuff from him, and Lou Ferrigno, I got some stuff from him signed. And you know, I love to see those guys out there, because that's what I grew up on those shows.
We're nerding it up here today with Dan Caldwell, aka Punkass, and the TapouT crew. Dan, thanks for your time today. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, brother.